Savages.
Is this what you want as a president?
So we developed a platform of arguments for why our Eloy candidate is the best candidate to rule the masses. And first is natural selection. And we feel that over a long period of time, natural selection proved that the Eloy are fit to live on the surface of the earth and are fit to be provided by the Morlocks. And just because both groups are dependent on each other, so this system, through natural selection, grew and proved necessary. And the cooperation between the groups is absolutely necessary, because without cooperation, both groups will fail. And I feel like we are addressing that point. We understand that point. So we're going to, work to allow both of us groups to cooperate together with the Eloys as the lead figures in cooperation. There's no means of sharing the land on top without the Morlocks clearly feasting on the Eloy. So for our safety, we should continue the division of land. And we have no physical means of protection against ourselves because we're so much smaller than you, and we just don't have the fighting power. So there has to be a division. And it's important to note that the division has caused like a good population check, in the sense that the Eloy live on the surface and the Morlocks live under the surface, and the Morlocks eat the Eloy at night, like the risky Eloy that are out in the wilderness and things. And it's the fact that the Morlocks can't get too large because the Morlocks population cannot get too large because there's a limited number of Eloy to eat that get away. And the Eloy population can't get too big because they'll just get picked off by the Morlocks. So without the Morlocks eating the Eloy, there would be like a population boom and bust. Like if the Morlocks were able to, feast infinitely, they would get too big, but then they would famine, and things like that. So we need to keep the population in control by the division that's already been in place. And I think that we can get the best of both worlds with the division, because the Morlocks aren't really fit to enjoy the surface of the earth because they don't necessarily value the same things as us Eloy. So conflicting mindset where the Eloy value different things than the Morlocks, and there really wouldn't be a need to intermingle because you guys think more mechanically and we value aesthetics more. So we shouldn't let the division, and we should keep the Eloy as the brains of the operation, because we are addressing all that has allowed both of our worlds to exist. So, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Cages. Dark, damp, and desolate. Cages. We will be enslaved, forced into the hungry mouths of the Morlocks, forced into the only option they would give us: death. There's an election soon. In one corner, we have the beautiful and elegant Eloys. And in the other, the brutal and savage Morlocks. We have a decision to make. Will we choose a peaceful race interested in putting aside differences and working together? Or will we choose a race interested only in cannibalism and power? We, the Eloy, are peaceful mediators. We understand we can't live without the Morlocks. We know we require a symbiotic relationship. With Eloy leadership, unity can be achieved. Under our leadership, Morlocks would not have to die. Unlike the opposition, we are not carnivores. Imagine a society with no human death. This is the true meaning of strength. Not physical prowess, but true character. We don't kill people. The Morlocks claim their strength would make them great leaders. The truth is, it would make them tyrants, out for themselves only. What the world needs is an optimistic leader, someone who possesses the skills necessary to lead, to solve problems, to create a better world. The Eloi have such characteristics. We truly believe in the happiness of the world. We won't let you down. Thank you.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm scared.
Can I go? I'm going to start off with a little story. 2 years, and this comes from the heart, not from what's written on a piece of paper in front of me. 2 years ago, my little brother and I were promised food if we worked hard. 1 year ago, my brother died because you, right there, sitting in front of me, did not provide us with any food. We made all that fancy clothes that you are wearing right now. The laptop we were using, these pieces of paper, were all from us, the masses. I want a change because we need a better future, and we need food to survive. We don't eat you to make you angry, we eat you to survive. It's a need that we need.
Need that we need.
Okay, so, the reason we live underground is not a choice. We were forced underground by you. And all the wonderful things above you have are rotting and destroyed because you can't take care of them. Meanwhile, our machines have been running for years because we take care of them. So we believe that if we want equality, we should be able to live amongst each other and not separated.
We are the 99%. You are the 1%. Why should we be giving power to the elite, the people who don't understand us at all? Why should we be forced, all of us who are the majority, who help you every day, be forced to give you the power? Yeah, we are the ones who do all the work for you.
Yeah.
I'm really scared.
The hammer. So I'm going to go off what he said. He mentioned how you guys were the brains of the operation, which is completely false. None of you can function without us, and you know it. And the last thing that I'm going to say is that sheet of paper isn't even one of us. You're making yourself look dumb.
It was mentioned that we would use our strength for evil. However, we would use our strength to bring everyone together because we are not evil. We were just oppressed, and we were doing what we had to do to survive. So thank you, and we want to become unified. We want to be friends. But we were forced to eat you, and we're sorry.
If we are elected, we will include you in our society. We will create one society that works together. We're more powerful, we're stronger, we're smarter, we have the technology, and we'll help you guys and us create a better society. If you can't help yourselves, how are you going to help us? We'll make a better society.
It should be clear from everything said that we, the Morlocks, need to run this society. It has been established that we are the givers and the providers of this society. If we are elected, we will create opportunities for everyone, including the OLI. We will provide food, a better structure, and promote camaraderie. And the same cannot be said with the OLI. The OLI are lazy, and they will not, society will in fact crumble if they are elected. And you said that you would promote unity, and you wanted us to come together as one. But you can guarantee, if you are elected, we will no longer provide anything to you in the future. Vote Morlocks.
How can we trust you? A vicious species out to feed on us? Do you think you can be all-powerful by yourselves? You cannot assimilate into a society you've never known. The caves are where you should stay. If the Morlocks are elected, we promise to break our relationship with you. I'm going to give it to Ryan to give some more counterpoints.
We'd just like to note that the candidate that is to be elected is going to be organizing quite a bit of things. We'd like to just talk about, the Eloy's skills in organization through preparing for this debate by dressing appropriately and bringing in the necessary videos and paper propaganda to support our cause. And then we had, structured points, things we had to say, and just like to comment on the organization of everything. It's just the organization is all that I'm saying.
We should respond.
We're not
But
done.
this can be endless, though.
Oh, it is.
Okay, you have more?
Yes.
Okay, is it okay if I give them like even less? No preparation, but a little bit of response, just a voice?
That's fine.
Sure. Lastly, how would you guys rule us if you've never been assimilated into our culture? You guys stay underground. You have no idea what the above ground, what it is like there. How are you supposed to?
We know what it's like.
And you're scared of light. How are you supposed to come up and rule us if you can't even be around us? It wouldn't work. Lastly, you guys are instinctual. How do we trust that you're not just going to keep eating us? How can you control all the other Morlocks with their primitive desires?
First off, we resent being called savages, considering you let your own people die, let them float down the river without a care.
Also, we're sorry that we don't know your society, considering the fact that you kicked us down. It's not our fault that we don't know your society. Do you think you know ours?
Sorry,
we don't know yours. You don't know ours.
Sorry we adapted to the darkness and we can see down there. And sorry about
You guys
that.
can barely keep your society under control. At least we've got ideas, innovations. At least we can move forward. You guys can't. You guys are progressing backwards.
You're doing nothing up there. Picking
Innovation over
flowers.
here.
Maybe you can teach us how to enjoy the flowers, but we can
Innovation.
teach you how to have a life. Organized with machines. That's organization.
Okay.
Sorry that we couldn't do the signs. We made your clothes for you.
We made the signs. We provided all the
Maybe you're not proud.
Okay. Good. Good. Holy cow.
I want some tacos.
Oh, you had something? Yeah, I mean, why not? We took this.
So you
Is
said that if you're elected, you wanted to break the relationship with. How do you go about surviving by yourselves when we manufacture and give you everything? You're lazy, you have no work ethic. How are you going to make anything?
We want to
live
unite.
above ground and you don't do anything. All we do is provide for you. So if we're elected, you break a relationship, how are you going to survive? How are you going to make things?
Self-sacrifice.
How do you
We are the employer now. We're innovating. We're
You guys are
manufacturing.
savages.
We will innovate. We will get better. You guys
Okay.
are stable. You
As
plateau.
moderator, I have to rein this in, right?
Alright.
Yeah.